morning. Wait a minute. I came all the way from upstairs in my hotel room to be here this morning. I know you are excited to be here. I want you, and not your indoor voice, but your outdoor voice, to let me know you've left the emails behind, you've left the piles of work that you have to do, and you're here at the National Leadership Summit on preventing labor shortages through people like you, leadership excellence. So I'm going to say good morning again. Bienvenido, bienvenue, aloha, namaste, konnichiwa, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Now I know you are ready to start this National Leadership Summit. I just want to say a few words and be brief. But you know, this today is a milestone for me. Have any of you ever had like a milestone personal or professional goal that you've achieved, that you've wanted to do like most of your life? That's what this is for me today. I started off with a concept called eduvation, education while on vacation. I wanted to bring executives, people like CEOs, C-suite people, business owners, small and large, and leaders together to think through some tough issues. This preventing labor shortages, it's a tough issue. So we have gathered here from around the nation and also on Zoom some of the best experts and executives around that are going to be here today. So I just want to do a few housekeeping details. Everyone should have, just want to make sure you have this, you should have a beautiful Eastern Bank folder with your program in it. If you want to open your program, we're starting out on that. You should also have from our key sponsor, Eastern Bank, I'll say something about them in a moment, Cape Cod 5, a beautiful padfolio with a lovely executive silver pen. You should also have some mints from Eastern and a notepad from Eastern. If you don't have it, raise your hands and we'll get it for you. I want to begin by saying, first of all, thank you to our major sponsor, Eastern Bank. Eastern Bank is a bank that I have known for almost all of my life. And in a moment, you're going to hear from Eastern Bank's foundation president, Nancy Huntington Stager. You know, I have known Nancy personally for 30 years. She's a colleague, a friend of mine. And be careful who you step on your way up. You might see them on your way down or see them on your way back up again. It is through the generous donation of Eastern Bank that we are having this event today, and they are the lead sponsor. And again, Jack Burke is representing the corporate office, and thank you, Eastern Bank, for your sponsorship. Thank you. I also want to recognize another sponsor who is sponsoring our Global Success Awards luncheon today, and that is the Cape Cod 5. And Cape Cod 5, you guys are everywhere. I'm not new to the Cape. I'm a wash ashore. Okay, if you don't know what a wash ashore is, ask someone, and raise your hand if you're from the Cape and they can tell you what a wash ashore is. But I've been here for 45 years, raised my kids here, between here and Boston and other places in the world. And so to see Cape Cod Bank here today is also a dream for me, and I thank you so much. So I've been here for 45 years, but I've only been doing business here for the last 2 years. So it's great to be here. It took a village to put this program together, and I want to acknowledge some very special people. When I call your name, if you would stand up briefly so we can acknowledge you. First of all, from Cape and Plymouth Business Media, Dale Shadbegian. Where are you, Dale? Dale Shadbegian. Without Dale, seriously, I could not have done this. He's the co-sponsor of this, along with Kara Cibolo, who is the Vice President of Marketing and Operations. Both Kara and Dale talk about mentoring me and helping me to understand Cape business. Those are my two mentors, and I just thank you from the bottom of my heart. Monica Calzolari, another friend, be careful who you step on your way up. We've been known each other for about 25 years, and she met when I had a book, which I'll talk about sometime. It's called Indispensable Employees, How to Hire Them, How to Keep Them. It's my first of 8 books. I was out in San Francisco doing a book signing, and lo and behold, this woman was from Boston and came up and said hi, and we've been friends ever since. Monica, again, can't thank you enough. Luke Cohen and Staples, they also have done a wonderful job. Kyle Reed, also of Staples. Mike Newton here of the Cape Codder Resort and Spa. And another person who has we've done these around the world, Mr. Dan Searle of Lit Honey Productions here. He's the chief Zoom engineer as well as in person and videographer. He also, the music that you heard is his original music. Scott Sandrum is also, Sandinato, excuse me, is also working with us today with Lit Honey Productions. Leticia Thorpe-Reed, so she's been helping us, as well as Miss Valerie Jarrett. I don't know if she's here, but Leticia, thank you very much for all your help. Anne Marie Jobson, also, thank you, Miss Valerie, thank you, and Fred Wilson. All right. What I want to do is just turn the program over just for a few seconds to Dale Shadbegian, who's going to welcome you, and then that's going to be followed by a welcome video from Nancy Huntington-Stager to welcome you to the event.
When you're on Cape Cod, you realize business is a little different here. And when I met Martha, it was like a breath of fresh air, bringing new ideas and raising that bar for our little peninsula, which I call an island because it is technically surrounded by water, and I feel better about that.
And there's Martha's Vineyard, the place that was named after me, Martha's Vineyard, my vineyard.
So, you know, if you look at this card here, right, so many people on this, so many amazing people on this card. What could I say that no one else is going to say today? And, you know, just something just popped in my head. Meeting your own goals as a professional is immensely satisfying. Personal goals are also satisfying. When you employ someone else, when you lead someone else, when you can create a healthy environment, an environment where they can thrive and they can make their own personal goals, achieve their own career goals, that's 100 times more satisfying. We're going to learn a lot today about how, wherever we are in our leadership journey, how we can do that. Last thing I wanted to say is, if you don't know Martha, Martha doesn't fail. She lives and breathes everything you're going to hear and see today. You'll know this if you have a conversation with Martha. This is her life. So thank you again, and looking forward to a great day.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much, Dale.